Hello, this is a recap of the information that I provided at the staff meeting with regards to the FirstClass to Gmail transition. So the reason why we're doing this is more importantly, the FirstClass email server that we've been using for over 20 years now is being phased out and will no longer be supported. So eventually we would have to transition over anyway. Gmail is a very familiar email system. I know that many of you already have a personal Gmail account, so that makes it easy to learn. And it integrates with all the Google-based tools that we have. Plus, it is free, and that saves the district a lot of money each year on the annual subscription costs. So we're going to take a look at some popular ways that FirstClass is used and how those features will look in Gmail. Well, one, of course, is email itself. And what you're looking at is a FirstClass email inbox, and it shows all of your mail. And if you save your mail, you can create folders and put that mail into folders. Within Gmail, it's very similar looking, where you have your mail on the right side. You can set it to where unread mail shows first and everything else appears underneath. There is also an ability to create folders and save emails in Gmail, but in Gmail they call them labels instead of folders, and those appear on the left side. And you can see some folders that I created, such as digital skills, MCAS, and yes, you can color code them too. Conference folders are next. That refers to the school folders, such as the cottage folder and the heights folder, and also the water cooler. That will appear as a label on the left side. So for cottage, there will be a label called cottage. For heights, there will be a label called heights. There'll also be a separate label called water cooler. So anytime anyone sends a message to, say, watercooler@sharonschools.net, then that message will appear under the label water cooler, and everyone will see that if they choose to click on it within their inbox. Team Drive is a new concept, and that refers more to viewing information that would appear as a document. So messages sent to a school folder is more of an email format, but messages sent to a folder to view as a document would be something like you would see in, say, job postings or the forms folder, or the technology folder for each school. So that will appear instead, within email, it'll appear in your team drive. Your team drive is underneath your regular drive within Google. And when you click on the team drive, you will see the drives that you belong to. Everyone will see the district info drive, and that will contain the job postings and forms. And then depending on which school or schools you work at, you will see the school team drive, and within there will be folders which will have documents for everyone to view and access. Calendars, those are used mostly in FirstClass for scheduling SPED meetings, and there is a separate calendar app within the G Suite, and you can see that app circled there in the diagram, and you can set up a calendar and share it out with other staff members. We're going to try to make it so that the calendars that are used most often by several staff, such as a SPED calendar, we're going to try to make that like a master calendar that will be set up by admin and will be viewable by everyone that has access to it. So more information will come out later about calendars, but for now you can continue to use the FirstClass calendar till the end of the school year. So rather than recreating new calendars for SPED, that's only going to be used for a few weeks, just continue to use the FirstClass calendars until the end of the school year. And next school year, everyone will need to use the calendar within the G Suite. And finally is contacts. Some use the contacts Rolodex, so to speak, within FirstClass, and some don't. But if you do use contacts, you can continue to use them in Gmail. There is a separate app for contacts. It is possible to export or take the contacts from FirstClass and bring them into Gmail contacts, so you don't have to recreate them all. I would suggest using your existing contacts until the end of the school year, and maybe wait until September or the beginning of next school year to start a new class list or whatever you might be doing with that. So more information to follow on contacts. Now, when is this going to all take place? Well, the big day will be, or time will be Memorial Day weekend. At that time, FirstClass will not be available, so when you leave for Memorial Day weekend, those 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you will not be able to log on to your FirstClass email account. That is when the migration or move of information will take place from FirstClass to Gmail. It will occur that weekend. And then when you return when everyone returns on Tuesday, May 28th, that is when Gmail officially becomes our district email server. So you can no longer send or receive mail within FirstClass. Everyone must use Gmail. So as far as email that comes from their FirstClass email, which is the sharon.k12.ma.us, that will automatically forward to sharonschools.net. So therefore, if you have subscriptions that use the FirstClass email as the main contact, it'll automatically forward. So you don't have to go in and start changing all those immediately. You can do that kind of gradually because it will forward to your new email. And then also there'll be passwords will be reset so that you can get back into FirstClass if you do want to view old email that you didn't move, and also use the calendars. And then FirstClass, again, will be available until midsummer, and then after that it'll be a backup. So you will be able to access FirstClass email that from May 24th or Memorial Day weekend and prior to for quite some time. So it's not like that is going to just go away after Memorial Day weekend. As far as getting ready for this transition in a few weeks, what I would suggest is that you try logging into your Google Drive account. You may do that regularly, so that's probably going to be easy. And then go up to that grid on the top right corner that looks like a waffle is what it's called, and make sure you can open up the mail app and be able to access email from there, and also make sure you can see your school's team drive under your My Drive. If not, if you're missing anything, use SchoolDo to report that so that it'll be fixed for your account. As far as accessing Gmail, it's suggested that if you're using a computer, desktop or laptop, that you use the Chrome web browser. And there is a Gmail app that you can download on your phone or tablet to access our Gmail server more easily. Now, this here that I'm giving you is just an overview. It's not a training. The training will be taking place on the week of May 20th. There is a set date for Cottage and a set date for Heights. There will be several 30-minute sessions throughout the day. Classroom teachers will be scheduled into those sessions, and any other staff can join any one of those 6 sessions that are occurring throughout the day to get more information on this transition. That's going to be that week, and then if you missed that training day following Memorial Day weekend, the week of the 27th, there will be more time set aside that you can attend if you miss that training. And then also I'll have the information online like I'm doing now for the overview. And then in June, there'll be a second part to the training that's optional, but it has additional information such as exporting contacts, filtering mail, advanced searching techniques, more information. The first part of the training is information that everybody needs to know, and then the second part of the training is optional because it's just supplemental information. Now, Dr. Marcus has sent out an email about your stuff or email that you have that's been in your FirstClass inbox. If you don't want that information moved to Gmail, there is an online form to complete, and it's in the link where you receive this video recording. There is a link to that form within the email. Please fill that out and indicate that you don't want your stuff moved over, and it won't be migrated or moved over if that's the case. And that will save the tech staff a lot of extra time if they're not moving everybody's stuff over, as opposed to, most of the people that don't want it. All right, thank you for watching. If you have any questions with regards to this transition, feel free to reach out to me.